Alright, but at least now I've got 3 good daddy endings. That's a nice feeling. Let's go back. Let's see here. Here we go. Let's do one more tonight. Let's see how this goes.
Welcome. You've got dads.
I've got dads. I got Craig daddy, and Damien daddy, and Brian daddy. Alright, let's see here. For both Matt and Hugo's, I'm convinced I'm not gonna get like a good ending with them. So let's just break the bad news now with Hugo, because I have a feeling we're just not gonna. I've been too dismissive or something. I don't know. Alright, this will be my last day for tonight. Ever since that first night at Shark QT Pies, Hugo and I have made a point out of our weekly visits to Trivia Night. Our Real Monsters has come in first place ever since, despite Provolone 2 lost in New York's continual efforts to dethrone us. I've been able to do a complete overhaul of the interior of my car thanks to all of the Phil's Auto Care gift cards we've received. Air fresheners, car chargers, Amanda is in the lap of luxury. Aside from trivia nights, I don't actually get to see Hugo a lot. End of the school year is coming up, and he seems to be having a lot of trouble dealing with the stresses of teaching. Oh, man. Okay, this just hit way too close. Okay, this is just... wow. I should do something nice for him. Maybe take his mind off of screaming teenagers. Books? I know he likes books. But I would have no idea where to even start with that. He probably reads more books in a month than I've read in the past year. I know he likes wrestling, but he's been reluctant to talk about it since he showed me his wrestling room. What? I know he's kind of shy about it, but maybe, whatever, let's just roll the dice. I've got a plan. Hey, alright folks, looks like we finally have the points tally. We're ready to announce the winners. You know who else is a winner? Me! Because I've just seen how beautiful and loving my wife is. A few weeks ago, all of the regulars staged an intervention for Quizmaster Quinn. We sat down in a circle and told him that we wanted to see him be better and love himself. He agreed to start going to couples therapy with his wife, and last time he told us that they adopted a dog. I love you forever, my Quizmaster Queen! I don't know which Quinn I prefer. There were things to like and dislike about both, huh? Winner is, for the 4th week in a row, our Real Monsters! Hugo and I cheer our small slices of camembert, and I go up to accept our gift card, along with the uncomfortably long hug from Quinn. May our Real Monsters' brain be as long as wonderful as my marriage! We make our way to the round of high fives to the rest of the teams, and sit down to finish our cheese board, savoring every last bit of burrata with pesto and slices of tomato. Hey, I got a surprise for you. For me? Yes, and for once, it isn't more cheese. Well, if you think you can top that, be my guest. I pull out a book that I've been hiding in one of my pockets and slide it over to Hugo. Oh! Hugo picks it up and reads the title aloud. Harry Butts' Crapper Keeper. I wanted to get you a book, but I figured you probably already own every classical piece of literature, so I thought this would be fun for when you're pooping. Hey. Hugo laughs. You know, you should flip through it. Hugo looks up at me and raises an eyebrow. After flipping through a couple of pages, he finally comes across a small gift that I strategically hid inside. You're kidding me. Hugo looks around, worried that he made a scene, and he leans in. You're kidding me. Hugo pulls out the wrestling tickets that I hid inside of the Crapper Keeper. This is to the World Federation of Wrestling's Power Slam series. You've been working so hard. I thought you would like them. Like them? I love this. Thank you. But there's 2. Yeah, I figured we could go together. Oh. You'd go with me? Heck yeah. I need you to explain the finer points of wrestling to me, though. Hugo gets up, walks around the table, and effortlessly picks me up in a big bear hug. Has he been this strong the whole time? Thank you. I let out a little squeak to say, "You're welcome." Check out him in his shirt. Who was it? Pablo, Escobar. I can't read those names. Genuine Wrestle Boy? Okay. It's the night of the Power Slam. Hugo shows up on my doorstep in a loud, oversized wrestling tee. He's a little blushy and extremely cute. We drive about an hour to another city for the big event. Hugo spends the entire ride teaching me the basics of wrestling and the terminology I need to know. I probably am going to get tested on this. So, it's fake, right? Yes and no. While wrestling in the act of hurting another wrestler is fake, the work requires remarkable athleticism and oftentimes does result in actual injury. Those people are getting hurt, sure, but not in the way that we're led to believe. Historically, wrestling, as we know it, was created by carnival workers to fix gambling. And so the people who actually believed it to be real and would bet on these matches were called marks. That we know that it's technically fake, but still choose to suspend our disbelief makes us smart marks. So I should be watching this for acrobatics, and the tension and the drama and even the storylines. I think that anything or anyone can tell a good story. You just have to look for the story. Even something like what we're about to experience will tell a phenomenal and sometimes understated story, despite a ridiculous premise. Wow. What? I really would not have pegged you for a wrestling fan. And nobody does, I get it. I'm the button-down teacher type. I like poetry and art history, and I write dissertations on heavy tones by Russian authors. But I like wrestling, and it's a big part of who I am, but it's considered, lowbrow. I feel like I can't share it with anybody because they'll make fun of me. Until now. Hugo smiles. Till now. Hugo and I enter the stadium and are directed to the upper level. After grabbing some snacks, we make our way up the stairs. The further we go up, the more my heart sings. I thought we had gotten good seats, but by this point, the ring looks like a postage stamp. We finally settle into our spots and wait for the main match to start. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought I got us tickets on the lower level. I look over to Hugo, who did not hear me. He is vibrating with excitement. Yes. This is so cool. I guess he doesn't mind. I have to admit, I've been too embarrassed to come to one of these since I was a kid. What's there to be embarrassed about? Everyone here loves wrestling. Plus, who are we gonna even see that we know? We're like an hour out of town. I guess you're right. So, what do we have to look forward to? Oh man, the lineup is stacked. All of the matches are gonna be great, but the one I'm looking forward to is the Eastern Dragons match. Eastern Dragon? Yeah, he used to wrestle as Pablo Escobar, but I guess he had to change it. Wrestler names are weird. He's actually an Iranian guy from Utah. So that's what your shirt is from. Okay. Yeah, and I've been following the big guy since his debut in the Indie Wrestling League, and it's been amazing to see him rise through the ranks and into the professionals. Who was he up against? The corporate shill. Technique-wise, I don't think he's that good of a wrestler, and I don't even think the fans like him. An interesting character, though. Stadium lights dim, and the crowd starts screaming. Butt rock blasts through the sound system, and some pyrotechnics set off around the ring. By butt rock, I assume you mean like Limp Bizkit or something. Ladies and gentlemen of the sold-out crowd in Mill Creek, Massachusetts, who's ready to power slam? Hugo and Ice Cream. We watch two wrestlers, the Southern Dandy and Johnny Snowman, walk out to even more butt rock. The Southern Dandy mixes and drinks a mint julep in the ring before the match, and the crowd eats it up. He is the Southern Dandy. The Southern Dandy is from Maine. Is Johnny Snowman not from North Pole? He's from Georgia, actually. After a long match, Johnny Snowman, who is dressed up like a muscular elf, does what Hugo calls a German suplex on the Southern Dandy. I don't know what what's happening, but this is amazing. Did you see what that guy did to the other guy's face? Is he okay? Are they going to be okay? Wrestling is a sport of communication. These guys train together to not know only how to perform, but how to respond. It allows them to look like they're being hurt, but only be kind of hurt. The crowd cheers as Johnny Snowman pins the Southern Dandy and is announced as the winner. The next match features a wrestler named Generation Y2K who comes out looking like a hipster barista. He takes selfies with the fans on the way up to the ring and pauses after every one to post it on Instagram. Oh, he's playing up the millennial thing, huh? He's sort of the boogeyman to old-timer wrestling fans. His opponent, the old-timer, walks out. Oh. The crowd seems divided in two, who they are rooting for. The old-timer pulls some pretty sweet moves after he takes out a walking cane from under the stage and beats Y2K over the head with it. Up against the rope, Y2K blinds the old-timer with the flash on his camera phone, but is able to pin him and win the match. He takes a celebratory selfie with his unconscious opponent. During a break, Hugo and I leave to get refills from the concession stand. We wind our way through the clusters of fans to get to the line. So, what do you think so far? It's actually really cool. Don't say it's just okay. I'm glad I'm here with you. There we go. I'm cool. The wrestling is cool, but I really like seeing you so enthusiastic. It's... Don't say hot, don't say hot, don't say hot. It's cool. You know, I'm kind of surprised. I was sort of expecting the crowd to just be a bunch of, you know, aggressive, sweaty old guys, but it's so diverse. I've even seen a bunch of families with their kids. Everyone is super happy to be here. Oh yeah, that's how I got into wrestling. When I was a kid, my dad used to take me and my brothers to matches all the time. I did not know he had brothers. There's one gaggle of kids loitering in a corner that are exceptionally loud, even over the din of the stadium. I can't help but I feel like these kids seem familiar. Oh no, is it Lucian? It's Hugo's students. Oh no! Oh no! So, don't turn around when I tell you this, but some of your students are here. Hugo tenses up. Oh my god, I can't let them see me here. They'll never listen to me ever again. I position myself between the kids and Hugo, hoping that I can act as a human shield. I glance over the group of children again, and I recognize that Colin kid. He kicks one of his friends in the shin and laughs. Oh man, that Colin is a piece of work. Oh, Colin, if he sees me here, he'll never... Don't create a diversion, because I feel like the more attention you create, that's just going to make things worse. This is a sneaking mission. We gotta be sneaky if we're gonna get back into that ring unscathed. How quiet are you? I've gotten pretty good at sneaking up on students who are texting under their desks during class, so I can be pretty quiet. Perfect. We just need to find some cover to hide behind as we navigate back to the seats. Where to? That doesn't work. That's not gonna work. He's taller than me. I feel like if we're trying... fuck it. Get inside my shirt. What? There's no time to explain. Just trust me. I lift up my shirt and pull it down over Hugo, his body flush against my chest. I start shuffling us toward the door. A few people stare at us, but nobody can tell that it's Hugo. At this point, he is nestled gently against me. It's kind of nice. Once we get closer to the ring, he shimmies out of my shirt. It worked, somehow. Hugo and I sit down and breathe a huge sigh of relief. That was close. Now we can hide out for the rest of the night and enjoy ourselves in the comfort and anonymity within a large crowd. And the lights dim. This is the match we've been waiting for. The corporate shill walks out to elevator music. He's wearing a three-piece suit and sunglasses. Once he gets to the ring, he takes off his glasses and rips the sleeves off of his suit jacket and flexes his arms. One of the people from his entourage produces a graph chart and sets it up in the center of the ring. The shill grabs a microphone. I got a message for the Eastern Dragon. If you'll refer to the graph in the center of the ring, you will see a quarterly projection of how I am about to kick your ass. The crowd erupts. And now, if you'll direct your attention to the Jumbotron, we all look up at a PowerPoint presentation entitled Kicking the Eastern Dragon's Ass. Key Performance Indicators. The corporate show takes a laser pointer and gives a lengthy presentation on how and why he will defeat Eastern Dragon. He showcases several well-utilized quip art graphics. That was informative. The lights dim again and pan flute music plays. I think it's a pan flute. I'm actually not sure if I know what a pan flute sounds like. The Eastern Dragon walks out to cheers from the crowd. Aren't pan flutes a Central American thing? Hugo shrugs. Wrestling. The Eastern Dragon stands outside of the ring and grabs a microphone. Corporate Chill, it is nice to see you again. More cheers from the crowd. That was a good presentation. The quip art was a nice touch. He points to Corporate Chill menacingly. I'm looking forward to a nice and exciting match. The crowd doesn't really know what to do here. He's not the best at trash talk, but I promise he's one of the most talented wrestlers. The match starts, and it's just as exciting as Hugo had hyped it to be. The Eastern Dragon performs some ridiculous aerial stunts that make me concerned for his safety. He does what Hugo's calls a moonsault from the top rope onto Corporate Chill. The air in the stadium is electric as these two athletes lock arms and try to demolish one another. I can't help but get into it. Corporate Chill pile drives the Eastern Dragon, who looks passed out in the center of the ring. He climbs to the top of the rope and motions to the cheering crowd. Oh no, he's about to do his finishing move, the Corporate Ladder! The Corporate Show poses at the top of the ropes. The Eastern Dragon still isn't moving. Could this be the end? Get up, Eastern Dragon! You can do it, Eastern Dragon! The Corporate Show launches on top of the rope with a huge arc. He brings his elbow down onto the Eastern Dragon with the full force of a Fortune 500 company pointing vocal fendals out of business! The Corporate Show pins the Eastern Dragon and the match ends. Hugo sinks in his chair. Man, he should have won that. I sit down. What a match. It was amazing. I think I'm a fan of wrestling now. Hugo looks over to me and our eyes catch. I'm glad. The event goes on and we have a little downtime before the next match. We decide to just relax in our seat and avoid the middle schoolers. It's unlikely they would notice us in the nosebleeds. No, because they're probably the only seats that they can afford to. I look up at the Jumbotron. Oh, hey, they're doing the kiss cam thing. It zooms on a bunch of cute couples who all do a quick smooch to raucous cheers from the crowd. Oh, that's so nice. And then it zooms in on us. Oh, no.
Sweet Manchego.
What do I do? I look over to Hugo and see the same mortified expression on his face. The entire crowd is chanting and neither of us know what to do. No, you can't ignore it. Oh no! Oh no! What do you do? Oh no! I can't protect his identity again. It's already obvious who. I'm sure the fact being on the Jumbotron, they've already seen it, and the kids have already seen it. You can't ignore it. Give the crowd what they want. I slowly lean in and awkwardly tilt my head, and cheers from the crowd erupt. I look back to the Jumbotron and see a couple behind us kissing out, making out with full force. Oh. Hugo and I turn beat red and sink back into our chairs. So much for laying low. The rest of the match thankfully goes off without incident. Hugo and I eventually laugh off the kiss cam and get back into the wrestling. After the show ends, he convinces me to hang back and let the rest of the crowd exit so we don't risk running into Colin and his group of friends. By the time Hugo and I walk back to his car, most of the fans have cleared out. Parking lot is surprisingly empty, save for a beat-up car parked a few spots down from us. We warily keep an eye out for any stray middle schoolers as we hang out by my car. That was an experience, right? It's one thing to watch it on TV, but to be here in person is just wow. Oh, thank you again. I never would have gotten to experience this if it weren't for you. It's just me and Hugo in front of the car in an empty parking lot. I look down. It's kind of funny about the kiss cam, huh? Yeah, it was super funny. But neither of us are smiling. Dang it. Okay, so this date's over. We look into each other's eyes, and I can feel a warmth radiating from my cheeks. Oh, maybe not. We stare at each other for just a little bit too long. Hey, cool shirt! I turn around to see a guy in a hoodie and basketball shorts walking up to us, a duffel bag slung over his shoulder. If this is the Eastern Dragon, then Hugo is going to have a day. I haven't seen one of those in years. Oh my god. Yeah, I got it from a trade with this guy from streetsmarks.net. Oh, I love that website. Someone always posts these awesome, super detailed breakdowns of matches in the Inner Circuit. Have you seen those? The names like, something... J.D. Slaminger? Yeah, that's him. Those are my write-ups. You're J.D. Slaminger? Oh, you're kidding. Oh, man. I'm such a huge fan of your work. Nice to meet you. The man vigorously shakes Hugo's hand. I'm honored. Oh, man, I wish you could see in chat, but I have so many questions. But I'll PM you on forums if you ever want to talk shop. Absolutely. The man starts walking away, and Hugo coughs nervously to get his attention again. Is there any chance that you could sign my shirt? The guy turns around and beams. Sure thing. Wait. It clicks into place for me. You're Eastern Dragon. I love your work. Thanks, man. Eastern Dragon signs Hugo's shirt, waves goodbye, and walks to his car. I stand there with my mouth open the entire time. That was Eastern Dragon.
Yes.
He likes my work. Dude, you're like friends with Eastern Dragon now. He's gonna PM me. Hugo and I high five. He is so excited that he is shaking. Mr. Vega? Oh no. Colin and his cronies pop up out of nowhere. Here we go. Colin, nice to see you and your friends all the way out here. What are you doing here? I don't see a library anywhere near us. I was watching the Power Slam with my friend. Mr. Vega likes wrestling. What a fart knocker. Actually, that's really cool. Shut up, dickweed. No, that's actually rad. Who were you just talking to? Probably one of your stupid book nerd friends. Actually, he was talking to his good buddy, Eastern Dragon. All of Colin's friends gasp. Guys, come on, he's lying. There's no way Eastern Dragon would hang out with these losers. Oh yeah? How did I get this autograph? Colin's friends lose their minds, screaming their heads off. Colin is red with anger. See you in class, bitch. Whoa! 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 Hugo! Whoa! You can't say that! Who's gonna believe you? Oh! Power move! Hugo and I hop into the car and turn to the tune of more children screaming. We laugh all the way home. So I didn't dive into his wrestling stuff last time, so I think this is my first time actually saying it. Hugo and I descend the stairs of his home into his wrestling man cave, where we crack a beer. We're both winding down after a good evening. So, if you were a wrestler, what would your persona be? Hugo answers, J.D. Slaminger, my foreign name. I gotta represent my literary roots. It's like J.D. Salinger, I finally get it. My costume would be a tweed coat, and my finishing move would be a catcher in the eye, where I poke my opponent's eyes out and call them a phony. Wow. I've given it a lot of thought. What about you? I would be Bomb Clancy, Mario Brawl Tally, Dad. Bomb Clancy, there we go. Well, I mean, at least it's a literary reference. I mean, at least it's a literary reference. I don't know. Let's try it. Bomb Clancy. I'd come out in a bomber jacket, aviator sunglasses, and a navy cap. My finishing move is the hunt for the Red Shocktober, where I accuse the other wrestler of being a communist and defeat him in a decades-long proxy war. I'm just now realizing I don't know any actual wrestling moves. You know, I could teach you some. I smirk. I'm game. Hugo and I square up in the center of the room, ready to go at it. I'll go easy on you. On Bomb Clancy? Absolutely not. And before I know it, I am on the floor, and Hugo wraps his legs around me and squeezes. I can't move. This is a figure 4 leg lock. If I were applying full force, you would be in extreme pain. He effortlessly twists around and again grabs my arm. Oh god, he's strong. Any movement on my end is useless. And this is an arm bar. You're pretty good. You can tap out anytime you like. Not a chance. Hugo flips around one last time on top of me. He hooks his arm under my leg and presses his body down on my chest. And this is me pinning you. Our faces are inches apart. I can't tell if I'm breathing heavily because of the physical activity or because of something else. Oh! I lean forward and kiss Hugo, who seems as surprised as I am. I pull back, embarrassed, but then he kisses me again. He slowly releases his submission hold on me and cradles my face in his hands. He presses his forehead against mine, and we laugh. I guess we both win. I guess. I pull him back in for another kiss. Do you have any more moves to show me? I think I might have a few. Oh! I think that one went well.
I'm JK rolling with delight.
All right. Whew. All right, I'll see y'all go get her. Okay, so it seemed like I might get the good ending with Hugo. That's nice. All right. All right, let's just. I'm hoping this is all exactly the same. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Hugo was in his wrestling gear. And of course, there's mac and cheese. Mac and cheese first. Quizmaster Quinn, Charlie! Quizmaster and like Spin Master, I guess. Hey, who's ready for a crazy graduation party? You don't have to be on right now, Quinn. It's just a party. What do you mean? It's the you know what? Keep that energy and hold it close because you deserve it. Just like me and my loving wife deserve happiness, right? You know it. Alright. That was cool. Alright, just not bad. And Daisy's actually appreciative. Charlie, real kegger, fruit punch. Yes, they had too much ice cream. Joseph settled in. Roberts. I'm still mad about that not working out well. I turn to see Ernest, who looks like he has something to say. Hey, Ernest. Thanks for being nice to my dad. Aw, whoa. People are really mean to him sometimes, and I mean, I am too, but he seems happy when you're around, so that's cool. Geez, Ernest, I don't know what to say. You know, I think people got you pegged wrong. You got a soft side. If you tell anyone about this or that you saw me weeping at the theater, I will set your trash can on fire. There it is. Also, you don't know me. And before I can respond, Ernest walks away, a cloud of vapor trailing behind him. Well, that was at least a little pleasant. Oh, okay. Party time. Looks like someone's waiting to talk to you. I glance over to the back of the yard where Hugo is sitting on a bench beneath our cherry blossom tree. He smiles. I'll leave you to it. Love you, Pops. Yeah, it's like now that everyone's graduated, I take a seat next to Hugo as the last guests make their way out of the party. Cool shirt. Oh. Thanks. It reminds me of a special night. So, secret's out, huh? Hugo likes wrestling. You know, I was really nervous to come here dressed like this, but everyone in the neighborhood, they were nothing but accepting of me and my hobbies. Turns out Craig's a huge fan too. And Colin told everyone at school that I'm into wrestling, but it backfired on him. They have like a weird respect for me now. A few of them even asked me to be sponsor for their wrestling club. Not the Olympic wrestling, the wrestling that I like. I actually like both, but there's an important distinction. I think you know which one I'm talking about. You see, it just goes to show that there's nothing wrong about being open about what you like. I agree, and as long as I'm being open, I'm also a huge fan of very handsome dads who throw great parties for their kid and love word jumbles. I blush. And I'm a big fan of... Think of something clever. I'm a big fan of Hugo's. This Hugo specifically. He laughs. Oh. He drapes an arm around my shoulder and pulls me in closer. He plants a soft kiss on my forehead. I'm happy here. Me too. Hugo and I watch the sun dip low over the horizon together. Hey, do you think maybe you could show me some new wrestling moves? Charlie, how about I show you my pump handle pile driver? That's a euphemism. That's a euphemism. I can't help but giggle. What's that? You'll see. It's a euphemism. Oh, man. Cool. Alright, so I think, yeah, I'm just got a couple more to go next time then. I've got... Well, first of all... Oh, Hugo, hello. Hello, Hugo, hello. Oh, your pants are not quite buttoned right now. Oh my. I feel like I should make some kind of innuendo joke that's obvious here, but I won't. That was nice. That was super nice. So was Hugo. That was cool. Alright.